Hello everybody, this is your captain speaking. Today I will be showing you the right way, the proper way, the way your doctor will never teach you on how to replace an insulin pump, patch, insulin, and yada yada yada. Alright, let's do this shit. The very first thing you want to do is you want to locate your insulin pump. If it's on a belt, you want to disconnect the belt and put it to the side. Now, you're probably noticing there is a tubing. Well, that tubing goes straight to your stomach. Get ready for some of the worst pain in your entire life. You want to literally take this thing by the notch and just rip that shit out. God fucking damn, that hurt. It doesn't look like I'm bleeding. That's a good sign. Alright. So next, you want to disconnect the tubing and vial from the actual insulin pump itself. And to do this with one hand is rather difficult, but it's manageable. It's recommended you use two hands. Now, if you have long tubing like mine, because your doctor's like, hey, just get the longer tubing, it's fine. You'll probably wrap it behind the harness. You want to just remove it, like, I'm feeling like a moron trying to do this with one hand. Like so, and that way it's just loose. You want to make sure this was disconnected, and as you can see, it's rather empty. There's about not even 10 units of insulin in there anymore, so take that, open your trash can, throw that shit in there and close it. Alright, time for the fun part. You got your insulin pump, you got your tubing, you got your IV prep, your Novolog, Humalog, I don't think Linus would work, and your syringe thingy. So you want to open the syringe thingy, and this would be a lot easier with two hands. Give me like 12 seconds. Not even, more like 3. So you want to open your syringe thingy, put it to the side, take your medication, and just leave it up top like that. You want to get now with these syringe pumps, on average people get to about the 2 to 3 points. I like to get it around closer to 3 because I hate replacing this, even though I replace it like once every 3 days, but hey, why not? And just you fill that thing up with air. That's good. Then you want to press it against the top latex thingy on the insulin thingy. Just click it in place. Shoot all that air in there, flip it over, and suck all that good stuff in there. Now this may take a while. If it does, work your hardest. It is a lot easier with two hands. That is important to know. But alas, if you're recording like me, you don't got two hands, and you'll get air at the top. Just it keeps focusing on the insulin, then on the Lay's potato chips, and on my water, then back on the insulin. So we're just move it down a little bit. Get all that air out of there. And you'll get some air bubbles. You want to just click those air bubbles out there and get all the air out. So I don't see any air bubbles, or at least nothing big. And we got close to 2 units. So let's get some more in there. Okay, that looks like a good amount. So then you want to twist it to the side, flip it upside down, and then just remove it like so. Take the bottom, just spin the bottom part off. If you're using one hand, it's a pain in the ass. Whoa, where'd those bubbles come from? Holy shit, that's a lot of bubbles. Hold on. It's telling me clicking. I gotta use two hands because I'm a fucking moron. I'm hitting against stuff to get this single fucking bubble out. Come on! What do I gotta hit it? There we go, it's gone. Finally, goddamn. Alright, so now you got your insulin vial by Medtronic. Now, in the process of doing your insulin pump, it's important to know that dogs don't care for the scent of insulin. In fact, like, here, I can even show you. Not a single fuck was given that day. So you just give her a little pen and tell her, it's okay, puppy. We're halfway done with our adventure. So you got your insulin vial. You're going to take your insulin, the actual insulin vial, and just disconnect that. And you're going to want to put this away. Keep it nice and chill, like Jägermeister or something. Just put it back in your fridge. Find a nice little area to put in your fridge. If I like cleaned out my fridge, it looks better than it was. Just put it up there with all your other medication. Next, you're going to take your tubing and open it. Also, I bought a tea kettle recently. Ain't that cool? And just get that shit open like so. There we go. Now with your tubing, you're gonna get this little band-aid looking thing. You just want to take it off because it's in the way. And here you have your tubing. Now, if you're like me, you're a moron, you get a knot in it, get rid of the knot. Preferably without looking like a complete idiot. Oh, I'm gonna have to cut this shit out, ain't I? God damn it. Alright, now that your tubing is not free, you're going to take your vial. Oh, why is it zooming in? Zoom out. You're gonna take your vial, and you're gonna take the syringe-looking thing and just kind of press it on top and twist it in place. I don't know if it's twisted in place. Oh, wait. No, it clicked. All right, we're good. Next, you're going to take your wonderful, wonderful insulin pump and turn it on. Low reservoir, I know. Was 10 units remaining. Okay. You're going to go to the settings button. If this is your insulin pump, each one's different. Click on the arrow to unlock it. Then you want to go to reservoir and tubing. You want a new reservoir and you want to rewind. And you can hear it rewinding. Now, as we wait, we're going to take our shirt and we're going to put it into a bra knot because we're going to stick it somewhere on our stomach because we're fat asses and that's where most of our fat is. Still rewinding. Any day now, pump. I noticed there's another air bubble in my insulin thingy. So we're just going to get that shit out of there. It's still in there. God fucking damn it. Ah! Alright, I got the air bubble out. It's easier to do when you have two hands. So we're going to press the button because it's done rewinding. It'll tell you, rewind complete, new reservoir. You want to put your new reservoir in, click it in place like so, and hit next. Then hit next again. Then you're going to load this shit up. And as you can hear it, it's loading up your the gear inside the pump to hit the reservoir tubing so it can inject that good stuff in you to keep you alive and not die from ketoacidosis. It's going to click to inform you it feels a form of pressure. So you're going to hit next and you're going to fill this tubing. Now this tubing is rather long, so I'm at around 7 units of insulin in a tubing. But you'll know it's done because in this thing, you'll actually see insulin leak out. So we're about 7.5. I'm noticing a drop of insulin, so that's good. That means the tubing is filled. Hit next, and that's going to ask you to fill. So we're going to fill a small amount because I don't want to go into insulin shock. Next, you're going to take your IV prep or rubbing alcohol. Either works. I like to use IV prep because that's what my doctor gives me. And you're just going to lather that all over your tummy, all over your tee-hee tummy tums. Get it just all over that good shit. And you're going to want to ignore the recent fucking syringe pushes. They take a while to heal, especially when you're diabetic, and they take for fucking ever. Now this part's tricky. You got 2 adhesives and a sticky top, followed by the protection plate on the back. You want to remove the sticky tops, and you want to kind of not have it stick on your fucking table when you do it. All right, jump cut. Alright, now you got everything off. You notice the syringe. You want to go against your tee-hee tummy tums and find a nice location. I'm looking right fucking there. And then you breathe a few times because you know this is going to be painful as fuck. Ah, Jesus Christ. And you want to exhale when you do that because you want this thing to hold as much skin as possible. I've noticed that if you inhale and you suck in like that, the tubing can get caught when you exhale, so it's preferred to exhale, then that way when you inhale you have more space. You're then going to go next to your pump, go to fill now, and it's going to fill. Now you got all this extra tubing, just take it from the back and just kind of roll it around like so. And there's another fucking knot, but I'll fix that. Just want to roll it around like such so that you got all this tubing on the back, clip it to your pants side, or your underwear, who cares, and you're good to go. Now you notice this thing right here. This is detachable, so this thing can stay on you in case you ever have to bathe or something and you don't want this thing to get wet. So you can detach instead of just ripping it out every time. It's amazing! Discard the remains and you are good to go. And that, ladies and gentlemen and transgenders and whatever the hell you want to call yourselves, is how you replace an insulin pump the right way. Hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna take a nap.